In today's video, I'll show you how you'll be able to track sprint velocity and team progress using Linear. So let's get started. So first, you want to go here into linear.app and then basically just go here into your teams. And now in here is that we would need to go into the sprint or cycles is what it is called here in linear, which is this one. So if you're not seeing this, then you probably don't have it enabled. So you would need to click here on the three dots on the right side of your name or team name. Click on team settings, go into cycles, and make sure to enable it right here with these settings or options of your choice. Once you have done that, then you should see the cycles in here. And then now you should see the cycle status and all of the details in here. So this is where you can track your cycle's velocity or progress, which is what velocity stands for right here. And you would be able to see if it's planned or upcoming or it's in the current cycle right here, or if it's done, if you are already moving on to the next cycle. So for example, I'm going to go into one of the cycles, which is cycle number 1, and I have already marked this as done. So I could just go into, let's say that I would want to change the status of this. So how I'll be able to do that is that I could just go into changing the status in here. So I'm gonna go here in progress, and then it will now be in progress or to do. So you can just go here for the issues, and then you could always create a new issue right here if you'd want to. Like for example, here in this cycle, I would need to get this task done. Like for example, a task. I'm gonna go for weekly meeting for assignees, maybe something like this, and click on create issue. And by the way, you could also go for the status right here, the priority, the assigning for this task if you want, and then the project that you'd want to link this to, and then you have your labels, and then the cycle that you would want to add this. Like you could also go for cycle 2, cycle 3, and so on. So in this one, I'm going to go for cycle 1. And then you could always create more if you'd want to. So you can click on that if you'd want, but in my case, I'll just settle with this. And now in here is that I will now be able to do this one right here. I can change this into a done. So let's say this task is done. It will now be transferred here under the section done right here. And yeah, basically you'd also be able to see this graph in here. So this is where you'd be able to see the progress of your team regarding the sprint or cycle right here on linear. So next is that you could go back and then see all the cycles in here. And you could also go click here on the play button right there. And now you'd be able to click here on create new issue for this cycle if you'd want to set it up right now. And basically the same thing with the other cycles. So yeah, this is it on how you'd be able to basically check your progress as a team if you are doing sprint velocity or cycles here in linear. So that's it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.